morning, everyone, and welcome to the second day of our 2021 North Central Region Conference. I'm going to turn this over to our President-elect, Travis Miller, who will give us some opening remarks. Travis?
Thank you very much, George. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the second day of the programming for our first and hopefully only virtual North Central Regional Conference. Today we have several educational opportunities, starting off with concrete curing in extreme conditions, then followed by a presentation on air barriers, and there's other presentations this afternoon. So I encourage you to go on to hop in to the schedule area and see when those activities take place and make plans to attend those. If you've not already voted, please make sure that you do so before 1 o'clock today. And if you've not received a ballot, please check your spam filters. And if you're convinced that it hasn't been caught by a spam filter, then you should reach out to Pam Jurgensen and see what's going on there. From 4:15 to 4:30 today, we will have an awards ceremony, and it will also be at that time that we announce the winners of the election. The people who organized this conference thought it would be a good idea for me to say a few words about what people might expect from a Travis presidency. I have several ideas that I'd like to implement. Unfortunately, none of them have been vetted yet. For example, the first idea I had was to use the money saved on this conference to perhaps purchase a dormant volcano and have all of the executive committee meetings there for the next year. I also had this idea to form a coalition to pressure the Institute to give negative numbers applied to some sections of the spec. Because as an engineer, I truly respect, positive and negative numbers, and there's nothing wrong with a little bit of diversity, I don't think. So, since my plans really haven't been vetted, I thought today maybe I'll just put together a more generic speech. And it turns out I found a website that has nothing but overused political buzzwords and phrases. So I think my presidency can be probably summed up with the following 3 sentences. And I'm going to put in a Bill Clinton lip bite to start off. I plan to get down to brass tacks, but of course there is no silver bullet. I will be sharpening my pencil and putting boots on the ground to move the needle. I think if I can bring all the stakeholders together at the end of the day, we can all come together in a meaningful way. But in all seriousness, plans are underway to resume a normal in-person board retreat in early July. And of course, I'm going to listen to our board members and hear their ideas and kind of mesh those in with mine. And, really what my agenda is to create a platform that's sort of based on rebuilding what we lost last year and sort of shoring up chapters that need it. And of course, learning from the chapters that are doing well and spreading that good word around and those ideas. To the degree that it's humanly possible, I plan to be a good bridge between the region and the Institute, which of course we have Andrea Z and Jared Mann very soon, who will also be those liaisons. But I think I also have something maybe to add to that coalition. And of course, things are still in flux right now related to COVID. And this upcoming year, we're going to collectively go out and figure out what the new norm is going to be, not only for your offices, but for CSI and other organizations. None of us know exactly for sure what it's going to be like, but I promise you we'll all figure it out together. Now, I made reference earlier to a dormant volcano, and that reminded me of that Austin Powers movie where Dr. Evil stole Austin's mojo. And this is sort of what COVID did to us this last year. They sort of stole our mojo, and for us and a lot of other organizations. But I think what we learned from that movie was that Austin never really lost his mojo. Okay, and I truly believe that CSI, just like it was a year ago, is extremely valuable. CSI is relevant, and CSI is needed. So we're going to get it back. So I'll close with a few more buzz phrases and political statements. And so let me be clear. We have a very short window of opportunity if we're going to take back America. With all due respect, we are revamping our efforts, so let's not play the blame game. Instead, this is a time for quiet reflection. we are introducing a package of measures that I hope everyone will appreciate. I will speak softly and carry a big stick. The buck stops here, and the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Back to you, George.
Well, as an experienced spec writer, I have to say that was clear, concise, correct, and